You know what? Maybe this is really about you and how you have to control every situation like a maniac. Okay? I mean, you didn't even ask Star if she wanted a birthday party. That's rude.
Well, it's December 24th. That means it's time to talk about the C word. That's right, Christmas. And as a milestone, this is my first video to have music. Hi, I'm Katie Monk, and I'm here to talk to you about Starverses, or more specifically, their Christmas special, or should I say, their holiday special.
Seeing eye spell, right? You settling in okay?
Just kidding. Not the biggest fan of the episodes that take place in Stars 1. They just feel like wastes of episodes. Like those We Bear Bear episodes where they're little kids. The Spell with No Name episode was okay, but I wish instead of that, we got an episode explaining how, I don't know, Glabor logistically aids Chastacan. What I really meant is, I'm here to talk to you about Stump Day. I already touched on it in my last Starverses video, as I wanted to discuss the shipping aspect, but that review dredged up bad memories. I remember not liking that episode so much when it first premiered. I didn't hate it, I just thought it wasn't Starverses worthy. It felt weirdly off, unfinished. Like, when it was just starting, it was over. After my Starco video, I felt I still had some thoughts on it I needed to express. In the spirit of the holidays, the fact this was a pretty good year for me on YouTube, you're getting 2 Christmas specials. So, let's discuss. This episode begins on Muni, where the royal family is celebrating a special holiday, Stump Day. In a nutshell, it's basically Christmas, without any presents.
Oh, it's the story of Stump Day, Uncle River.
Ha 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 ha! You don't tell me what to do!
I love River. River goes on to explain the basis for Stump Day, where, look, let's just let him do it.
Centuries ago, a small band of explorers crashed their ships on Muni. A blizzard struck. Crew was forced to survive by huddling together around a giant tree stump to keep warm. To commemorate the occasion, they carved their initials on the back of the stump. Muni was born!
Anyway, the stump is the reverse Santa. If you're good, or at the very least you worship the stump, he won't come to your house. In my last Christmas video, I mentioned how I liked holiday-themed episodes, because series tend to go all out for them. As there's the general expectation, the episode's only really gonna air, at most, a few times each year. Well, I like one type of a holiday episode more. Lots where you know what the holiday is, but they celebrate a different version of it. Like, instead of celebrating Christmas, Chatter celebrates Kanishmas. And outside of Sningerbit houses and Kanish Crinkle, it's basically the same. I find those episodes super creative, since they provide an outlet to discuss various holiday tropes. For example, Futurama's Xmas special wasn't about waiting up for Santa, it was about making sure you live to see tomorrow.
Did either of you ever stop to think about Dr. Zoidberg's feelings?
No, I swear!
The reason I love these plots is it does get a little tiring when Santa's almost always a jolly wise old man, or a complete and total monster, with little to no in between. I also enjoy how sometimes you can do a holiday episode without actually celebrating the holiday. For a show like Steven Universe, the creators admitted that outside of something like New Year's or birthdays, humans don't have holidays. That didn't stop them from making 3 gems and a baby, which included one of my favorite Pearl moments.
Well, it's not natural for us. It's not natural for me.
Starverses clearly has that going for them. Stump Day is basically Krampus the holiday, and as American Dad has demonstrated, you could totally make an animated version of Krampus. But this episode is soon gonna fall apart. Star, unlike everybody, is that kid who never stopped believing in Santa.
Come on, only babies believe in the stump. Oh, don't listen to her. I know the stump is real, and if you've been good, the stump will never visit.
Oh, to be that innocent again. She decides to do whatever she can to make sure the stump doesn't show.
Happy Stump Day, Mom and Dad! Happy Stump Day, Marco! Happy Stump Day, everyone!
Wait, there's all those butterfly cousins. What happened to them? What about Amphibia and Hartrude? They never said Comet had a sister or she had a son. How did they react to knowing that their family tree was a farce?
You Johansson spoiled my appetite like you spoiled the butterfly family tree.
Oh well, I guess I can talk about it in another video. Star goes to sleep, content with having the perfect stump day. But she's awoken with a knock at the door. Is it the stump? Come to wreak havoc?
Star? Are you decent?
Look, Marco, there's this thing called knocking. You sort of started doing that before you barged right in. Sorry, pet peeve of mine. They go downstairs, with Star being kinda suspicious. And she finds that...
Surprise!
Fun fact, Starfan 13 is voiced by Darren Nepsey. I didn't know that until after the show ended. I thought she was voiced by Star's actress doing a terrible impression. Turns out Star was born on Stump Day, and this technically means it's her 15th birthday.
Never celebrate my birthday on my actual birthday, Marco, because it's Stump Day!
Also, I've always wondered, but for any of my viewers out there who were born on Christmas Eve or the 25th, what's it like? Do you copy Star and celebrate your birthday a little later? Or do you celebrate it on the day of? Or both? I'd like to hear about it. Anyhow, Star goes ballistic, and while I'm sure she likely appreciated the effort, she decides they can't take any chances.
Everyone, thank you so much for this magnificent party. I am overwhelmed with joy, really, but unfortunately, I cannot celebrate my birthday today.
Wait, so spoiler alert, the stump is real, and it gets mad if you aren't celebrating it. I said it in my Starco video, but since Star was born on Stump Day, wouldn't that incite its wrath? I think the birth of a princess would take priority. I mean, think about it. This is a child who might one day lead you. I do think it's in character for Star to obsess over Stump Day, but that would also be a perfect reason for her to be so overzealous.
Lo que es un día de tocar? Es un día muy importante!
Whoa, Star speaks Spanish? To Star's horror, none of her friends believe in the stump.
It's just a manipulative fairy tale
that parents tell their kids
so that they're less annoying during the holidays.
Okay, I get what they're going for, but one of my least favorite tropes ever is arbitrary skepticism. If you don't know what it is, it's where somebody like Rick Sanchez, who has been to hell, wrestled with Zeus, and to top it off, outsmarted and then beat up the literal devil, somehow feels justified in telling Morty there is no god. All too often, it feels like the writers are just using this to insert something into the characters that doesn't belong. Wait, that came out wrong. Basically, I don't like it because I get where they're going for, but it makes no sense logically.
I mean, nobody knows anything for sure, but if I talk with confidence, you dopes will believe anything I say.
In a world of magic, how is a stump the thing they don't believe in? A lack of evidence? Don't worry, I did think it was funny. I felt like I needed to vent.
Took me a long time to set up these decorations and bake your favorite flavor of cake. Rainbow.
Star likes funfetti too? I wanted to point out something Pony had said.
You know what? Maybe this is really about you and how you have to control every situation like a maniac.
Okay, she ain't wrong, but this is part of a deeper issue. A problem everybody has with Star Vs. is after season 3, the entire cast got ruined to some degree. I say it all the time, but Star became a preachy hypocrite who didn't really learn from her mistakes. The Magic High Commission, at first, you could have argued you had a point to want to do something about Eclipsa. I mean, Clockwork was literally called the plucker of limbs, but by season 4 it felt like they just hated Eclipsa because one character I felt didn't get derailed was Marco. In fact, I think he suffered more than he needed to, pining after a girl who strung him along for 3 seasons. However, this episode did him no favors, and it's one of my least favorite Marco moments ever. Like, dethroning moment of suck for me.
I told you this was a bad idea, dude, but you didn't want to listen.
Well, at least I wanted to throw Star a party. You didn't plan anything. And you're supposed to be her boyfriend.
Once again, going back to my Starco video, I said a problem with shows that focus on ships is when they want to push one, they'll suddenly have the current SO act like a massive hate sink. Meanwhile, they'll have the new love interest act like a total saint, or ignore and or downplay their actions. That way you're more likely to root for one than the other. Like in Vampire Diaries, they suddenly had Elena forget Eamon kills people over breakfast, and he has done unspeakable things to her, her friends, and her family. Hey, I rooted for Delena, I just thought it was weird they never actually addressed this. Marco, in this episode, acts like an out-of-character tool. It's just so unlike him.
What?
You heard me, Lucidor.
He calls Tom out for not planning anything, claiming he forgot.
Unlike you, I actually thought about what Star would want.
Did you? Because this morning, it kinda seemed like you forgot.
The purpose is obviously so the writers can say, look, he's much better than Tom, but it's so outlandish. It makes him seem more like a catty, standoffish know-it-all. Maybe it's because I'm one of those people who hates my birthday, but I really think Tom got the short end of the stick. Yes, this episode really suffered. Like I said before, holiday episodes aren't always canon, and people who don't watch the show full-time are more likely to check it out. I mean, look at Treehouse of Horror. That's the only time I ever yearned to watch The Simpsons. But the writers, like always, thought the shipping was so important it had to make it into the episode. This was around the time Tom and Star started dating, and the cracks were starting to show. Look, Tom wasn't boyfriend of the year, but I think he knew Star didn't like to celebrate her birthday on the day of, which if he actually did forget, I can kind of see that's why.
Tom, I really
really don't care if you forgot it was my birthday.
I didn't forget! Yes, he did!
Doesn't matter. Stop fighting!
Hey, even Ponyhead said it. Ponyhead, of all people. But Marco has to act like this because why? It didn't really feel like Marco had Star's best intentions either. It felt like he was just a control freak. It would make more sense if Tom was the one who incited things, like maybe he was jealous, even if this was during the point of the story where his anger problems were largely gone. Anyways, Tom gets angry and starts to hash out a fight.
I'm gonna pound you into next Stump Day! Say, I'm a good boyfriend.
Never!
Wow! Happy birthday, Star! It's the ultimate gift! 2 boys are fighting over you!
Tina Belcher would want what you have, Star. So this devolves into full-on fighting, and they all get angry, including Ponyhead.
No one is paying attention to me! Also, this party has no hotties!
Clearly, that's the biggest issue. And no, I don't like how the episode progressed. Did shipping nonsense really have to contribute? They could have done anything else. Maybe Star starts to realize the Stump might be false and forsakes it. Maybe the other characters can't get home because it's a blizzard or something. I don't know. Star is convinced the Stump is gonna come for them, and she tries everything in her power to.
Dad, no!
Ah, that's nice.
Ugh, Jana. If you couldn't already guess, the Stump is real, and it's really, really angry. Okay, that's like nightmare fuel, but I love the music accompanying it. Does anybody know what the song's called? I haven't been able to find it. Moon and River hear the commotion and show up. Wait, where's Moon's arm thingies? This was before she washed them away. She also didn't have them in Mr. Candle Cares. Did she just have a spell that temporarily hides them?
Wait, you didn't believe in the Stump?
Honey, it's a stump!
Again, that's funny, but back to what I said.
I'm sorry for being a bad boyfriend.
You don't need to apologize, Thomas. The group realizes seconds before they're going to get swashed that their bickering was petty. Wait, doesn't Moon have magic? And doesn't Star have a wand? I don't know. I don't feel the danger considering that. Like, yeah, Star's the main character, so obviously she's not gonna get killed off, but you couldn't pretend for a moment. At least Fairly Odd Parents had Cosmo and Wanda lose their wands. They hold hands, and just like magic, the Stump is gone.
Stump spared us because we all came together.
No, Marco, it left because it's midnight and Stump Day's over. It was definitely gonna kill us.
I mean, was it really? This I have another problem with. Climax felt like it was over too quickly. Obviously, this isn't theory plot relevant. I mean, outside of Star turning 15, but it felt like just as the episode was starting to get good, it was over. And I don't get why the Stump punished Star. For once, she didn't deserve it. Her friends and family definitely, but not her. So apparently, the episode was supposed to parody a horror movie called Krampus, and the reason movie Krampus attacked was because the little boy lost the Christmas spirit. Here, it just felt so slow, and then it rushed at the end. That's part of why I think we shouldn't have gotten that second episode. It clearly should have been 22 minutes. Star thanks the Stump, and Moon and River, traumatized from the ordeal, decides they will celebrate Stump Day properly next year.
And we'll have to have an extra big celebration next year, just to make sure things are cool between us and the Stump.
Oh.
Is that a Krampus reference? With Stump Day officially over, Star decides to celebrate her birthday, and they all have a huge party. Well, that was the episode. Looking back, it wasn't as bad as I remember, but it could have been a lot better. As far as holiday specials go, it tries to do something different, and then it gives up by the end. Definitely not one of the worst, but far, far away from the best. On topic, but I actually love the attention Krampus has been getting in recent years. Appearing on American Dad, getting a horror movie. This episode could have done that, but it just doesn't. I already said in my Starco video, but it was a tragedy how bloated it became, and how the crew thought it was so important they bled it into their holiday special. If you want a proper holiday recommendation, check out Amphibia. Or if you want something off topic, watch the Woodland Critter Christmas special. I watch it every year. Maybe it'll be up your alley.